Start out by saying be very careful how you clean your hands when you get them dirty with oil, because you don't want to use some of the materials that will end up giving you cancer. Okay? You got to be careful. Soap and water is the best way to get that grime off your hands. Stay away from anything that has chemicals in it that'll kill you. A lot of people don't realize the faster you take that grease off your hands, the faster it'll kill you. Be careful. And when you're doing donuts out on the street, that's when you begin losing the support. You got to be part of a community. You got to make sure you don't hurt the community. You want to build a community up.
Can I stop you? We are not the donut crowd.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand this is not the donut crowd. I got to tell you something. My last 8 cars were made in America. Because every time I buy an American car, I support the American economy.
That's
and I
right.
create an American job.
I'm a Jeep owner.
Yeah. So anyway, I am a GM kind of guy. And my father worked for GM.
Lowriding is American company.
I'm proud when I see your cars. I'm proud when I see the Cadillacs. I'm proud when I see the Impalas. All right, I'm a little less proud when I see a Ford, but it's okay.
I've got Ford.
You got a Ford. Well, that Ford F-150 truck is probably the best truck they make. So anyway, anything that I can do to be supportive of this community, I'm willing to do. I'm not looking to chase anybody out. We all have to get along. We all have to agree that life is short enough. And we want to be supportive of those people that do positive things.
Thank you for coming. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Any
Who
questions?
can introduce yourself? That anybody in the community, the business owners, we'd like to know who you are. And you can take the mic.
I am Joy. And
Hi,
I'm
Joy.
one of the community members. I actually come out and I work
Joy, take the mic,
for
Joy.
Officer Evelyn. And so I come out because sometimes it's really nice to look at the cars, but sometimes it's too many. It's too big. You can't go to, sometimes you can't go to the store, you can't go to places you want to go. You can't sometimes clearly come through these sides because of double parking. And I live right here, and so the noise carries really good. And I know you guys it's not as loud as it used to be, but it does have to be kept down. And so we want a really good quality of life over here. And so, like I said, if you're not in the way of going to the Winter Schnitzel, you can't get in that parking lot. You go over here, we lately have the issue of people going to the CVS parking lot, which is private property. And so it's like, well, you're too big. And I wonder sometimes why you can't go to a park. I know Crenshaw has been tradition, but sometimes, it's gotten very big. And you can't take the hundreds of cars that sometimes is up over here.
I understand
Okay.
that. Let me answer that question. I understand that, ma'am.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's only 1 or 2 days we come out here. We're not out here all week long.
I was
Hold on
out
a second,
here
baby. Hold on a
Friday
second.
night. I passed by, and there was a gentleman in a Ford, and he had all 4 doors open with a house box speaker and the volume on 20. And I asked him, why are you out here with these sounds so loud? Are you coming to the community meeting? And he, no, I'm not coming. I said, well, you have to stop this because they blame it on the lowriders. And it's other cars.
Hey,
So.
JB, I got you. Listen, this is the problem, and we understand and respect that. Officer Paul, that's Officer Paul. That's a person that's advocate. He's. This is what we need to do, ma'am. This is what we ask.
Okay.
Because, and we are not trying to bully nobody.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay? We would appreciate it, because I don't want to say have to or this. We would appreciate it if you, as a community, bill-paying, tax-paying, property tax-paying person, would somehow work with us. It's 31 days. It's the same thing I said last meeting. It's 31 days in a month. We ask for 2, if not 1. We understand. You guys want to do stuff on Sundays on Crenshaw. We get that.
Right.
Please allow us to have 2 days a month. That's what we are here for, to get, and for you as a member of the community to understand, we're not the problem. Yes, we do have a lot of people, but it's not that many lowriders to clean to take. It's all the spectators, and we get it. I'm a person that is, I look at things on both sides and I understand where everybody's coming from. So I'm not going to just say, well, I'm low rider. No, if we wrong, we wrong. And I'm going to be the first one to admit, that's why a lot of people don't like me. I'm going to be the first one to be wrong, bro. So we're asking you, as a community member, leader, you got to be a leader because you're out here or you got a concern. This side, that side. This happened every other year. I'm tired of it myself. But I would like us as a whole community, a lowrider community, because we are a family-friendly community. I think you do know that. Right. That is kids out here and everything on Sundays. Please help us come up with something to meet halfway, because we don't want to look like we bullying, because if everybody at this table say we're not coming on Sundays no more, guess what? It's 500 other people that's going to come anyway. So we're going to be here. So we're asking you as a community member and leader to help us. Help them.
Because the thing is...
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Sure you can.
When you try to maneuver in your neighborhood, is it low riders that's blocking the traffic or regular cars?
Well, actually, I just know I don't know if they follow you or they are you, okay? I don't know, well, there's a lot of times, like you said, there are spectators. There are people that come to see your car.
Exactly.
Because none of them are, okay. Okay, so it's what you bring with you, baby, okay?
Exactly. I bring a low rider.
And so that makes it really big.
Let me just cut you off, ma'am. When we come low ride, it's not our job to control the traffic. That's the police job.
Okay.
Now, if they come write tickets for all the cars that's blocking up everything, or come with tow trucks and tow these cars out of the way, it will be clear so you can get it. It's not the low rider. It's the stop for us.
Okay. Well, it's be like, well, just like the people that do the takeovers. They're not doing, the people that come in and block the streets are not physically doing the takeovers, but it's the people that are doing the takeovers that bring the people, and so it's like, well...
Yeah,
I'm going to have to stop.
Wrong meeting.
It's not an argument. It's not an argument, but please, ma'am, please do not. And anybody that does this, I'm going to cut them off. Please do not, because you just contradicted yourself.
No,
because when it's a takeover, the people that's taking over, forget the spectators, they're in the middle of the streets doing donuts, blocking traffic. That's who's doing it.
No, see, I was trying to make it there because when you guys have the cruisers and the people come to see you and they park with you and take up the space, it is like, you know, the people that come with the people that do the takeover, because not everybody that comes to a takeover is driving a car in the middle of the street doing the takeover. They're part of coming out and watching it. They're spectators
Don't go
too.
with
So you also still bring, they both can be spectators. And I'm just saying, people use that, you tell me that, you know, you're a taxpayer and everything else, but there are people that stand responding to me when I was telling them, like, you know, they don't need to get parking lot of CVS. I want to go, and they go, well, change it, then you go to CVS.
Right.
Okay, ma'am.
Why should I do that if you're going to, why should I change my habits? I mean, we have to say, I may have a tradition, like you guys have this tradition on Sunday, of going to this place. But, you know, it's like yours doesn't supersede mine.
Okay, ma'am. We understand you, ma'am. Ma'am, we understand you. I want to say this. I grew up across the street from a church and a school. I felt growing up that church people are so disrespectful because they feel like they don't mind blocking my driveway, blocking me off from parking. But I grew to live with it. I knew, let me change my patterns because they're going to have Sundays and Wednesdays. Now, the schools, I knew, okay, I'm not going to be able to leave my house at 8 in the morning because that's when the parents are lined up around the block, blocking the driveways, blocking the streets, et cetera, et cetera. Again, we learn how to live with each other. So when we start talking about takeovers, let's talk about that. We are not talking about the lowriders. So I like to call the guys who are really doing the takeover, those are your fast and furious guys. Just because whoever attracts who does not matter. The point is, we hope that law enforcement will come in and start removing those cars so we can all go back to enjoying ourselves. But on a whole nother note, the social and economic effects is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Everybody needs to know that. I'm a business owner. I had a shop on 141st and Western. I also had another one in Palmdale, California. I employed hundreds of people. I've watched dozens of people start businesses from trucking companies all the way to car carriers, et cetera, paint shops, transmission shops, automotive shops, electronic shops, interior shops. So what we say about low riding, we need to be very careful because we're talking about employment. We're talking about business owners. We're talking about people who own commercial buildings. So let's try to keep this going. Anyway, before we go, who else is here that needs to be speaking? That we came here to meet people that needs to be speaking.
This gentleman right here.
Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. This is how we're gonna do this. Everybody, get to the point. We're not gonna make this an all-day thing. You got 1 minute on the mic. We would like to hear from them also, because everybody knows that we have a solution for everything, and we're trying to meet halfway. So please, 1 minute. Do not talk if you don't have the mic.
I'm gonna grab the mic.
And he's gonna pass you the mic.
I just had one question for the young lady right here. Excuse me, what's your name?
Joy.
Is it any kind of way that we could come to any kind of compromise that would be okay with you and coming over here? What would you ask to happen to make that happen?
Well, I mean, that people can come, still go to the bank, back to the bank, right? Sometimes you guys, some days you guys take over the whole area here. Sometimes if you want to go through here, who's in the mic, I'm sorry. You know, I don't every day want to go to the Wintersons or something, but the businesses, you know, sometimes it's hard to get in through the places that you want to shop at and go through over here.
So basically, keep it open so business
You know,
can
and
still
so
go
that,
through.
yeah, so because I said it gets too big. I mean, it's like when there wasn't. It seemed like for a while there wasn't as many as there used to be, but now there's a lot. And so, you know, and then there were times that where the noise level was really bad.
Okay,
but it's not
point
the
taken.
noise level.
Point taken.
It's
Next.
been the noise level hasn't been bad. It's just been just a lot of like seem like you can't come through sometimes.
Let's,
All right, we got it. Thank you.
thank you, man.
That gentleman back here.
Respect your opinion. You know, we're trying to come up with
Behind
solutions
you.
right
Drake, behind you, we got a gentleman.
Orange.
Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, sir.
How y'all doing? My name is Todd Davenport. I'm the owner of Angeles Funeral Home across the street. I'm a car guy. They park out in front of our business every Sunday when they low ride. I have no problem with that. My only issue is the trash left over. You know,
Okay.
could respect our businesses here. You know, I don't know how you police that. You know, but if that could be a part of your agenda, that would greatly help us.
Gotcha.
You know, I have no problem with y'all being out there. I love that Crenshaw could be opened up again and we could roll down Crenshaw like we used to do in the 90s and the 80s. I want to bring my sons out there and enjoy it. You know, that we're all part of the community. We all have a place in the community and should be able to use what's here. You know, low riding is a part of our community. Cars are a part of our community. We just have to respect each other. The other thing is businesses that are open on Sunday, some of the food places. Just got to keep that in mind because, you know, some people are afraid to go get their orders because of all the crowd and that sort of thing. So, you know, to me, those are the only two issues we have out here. Besides the other, you know, BS that comes with some of the other people that come into the crowd. So, you know, if we can kind of take care of that, we'll be good.
And to
Thank you, sir.
To comment on what you said, we are trying right now to get together. That's why we had a meeting before you got. We're trying to get together and have somebody to clean up after, because that's what needs to be done. After it's all over, if we could pay somebody, this is the idea we're going. We could pay somebody, come by with their little trucks, the little business owners that's supporting smaller businesses. Let them come by, blow it out, clean it up, you know what I mean? And then if you have anybody in that you know if they want to do it, let us know. And we also need the pressure washer people. Whoever pressure washer is, we need them. Just so we can pressure wash the areas where people urinate. And we're also trying to do, because I'm just trying to answer some questions before everybody gets going. We're also trying to get porta potties put out here. If we can come up with an agreement with the neighbors, we have solutions. That's why we came to this table with an understanding. We're going to try to make it work. We're going to try porta potties, cleaning up, blowing, and we need pressure washers because we cannot control everybody, but we can control afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You get
New
it?
Year's Day, this gentleman was out here 7 in the morning.
Just quickly, I'm Mama Earl from Rose Restaurant. I'm the mother of the boys. And I tell you what, I'm old and I enjoy seeing the lowriders. I like to drive by. I even let my granddaughters come and see. I like to see the cars. Still, I see old people like me with their chairs, their beach chairs, their coolers. I enjoy every minute of it. But I have to agree with this young man, the garbage that I see on Monday when I walk by. We need garbage receptacles. Do not drop your cans and your bottles and paper in the street. That's my rule. Otherwise, you guys are cool.
I would like to say I was out here Sunday, New Year's Day at 7, 8 in the morning. JB had a bag of trash bags that he got himself paid for. He went to the poles and the gates. He put up bags from the public storage, and then we put them up on this side. So what I can vouch for, the lowriders, we know to get down. And this man helps us with that. We have bags on both sides of the street, and we police our own, so I can only say as a spectator. Because we know better. We don't want this. We don't want this grief on us. I got a car I invested in. I want to show it off.
That part.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Black. I work for Councilwoman Heather.
We can't hear you.
Take the mic, brother.
Get the mic, voice up.
Take the mic, brother.
I'm getting comfortable with mics. I don't feel comfortable with cameras. I came here to be with my community, so if you can hear me here. Yes, sir. We have to hold each other accountable. You put the bags up, the next morning I got phone calls from every adjacent homeowner. I had to have street services come out here. I had everybody else come out here. The spectators come to look at the cars. So we need to start looking at this from a tactical perspective. If the individuals is parked between Earls and 39th, that's y'all adopt that. Make sure there's no trash. Supernatural from the driveway down to where the SSA building, self-made from the SSA building down to the storage. We have to hold each other accountable, but at the end of the day, as it relates right now, as you leave, I want you to go look at the signs on the service road. You can't park there from Friday at 5 p.m. to Monday morning. So the moment a car goes out there Saturday or Sunday, we have the right to tow it. We have the right to tell you to move. We don't want to do that. It's a lot of people that I know. I got a 65 Chevy. I'm a car person. So that's why I'm coming at you at the car perspective. We're going to start off with 1 day a month, where we're going to have y'all come out here from the hours of 12 to 5. After 5 o'clock, they're going to come in. And the reason why we got to do that is because we have to get our hands around this in order to expand. We've done car shows at the mall. We're going to do a car show at the Coliseum. But at the end of the day, we have to hold each other accountable for the simple fact that on New Year's, that was an anomaly. Could nobody come up and down the street? It was popping. Everybody bought their new cars out. We get that. But on a regular basis, there's no reason why people can't park their cars here. People can't enjoy looking at the cars for a small period of time. 5 hours is enough time to kick it on Crenshaw. 12 to 5. We, as a city, will have nonprofit contractors out here to help pick up the trash.
There we go. Solutions.
We'll partner with you with that.
Excellent.
But the extracurricular activities, the biggest complaints I get is not from the low riding community. It's not about the low riding cars, but there's a cross section. The biggest complaint we get is not about the donuts because we put the median in the middle of the street. It's about the Harleys with the loud music and the loud pipes going up and down. So it's important that when you tell your people to come, they stick to the boulevard. Don't go on Bronson, don't go on Victoria, because that's going to make everything hot. Now, we're going to form a small working group, and what I would love is like the president of each association start attending our meetings, because we want you guys to come out on Crenshaw. We want you to go to Earl's, we want you to go to Wingstop, we want you to go to Wiener Schnitzel. But it has to be done in a way where the residents that live over here aren't impacted. I know everybody don't want to hear noise outside their house for the rest of their head. That's good, brother.
Question, and this will be directed at officers. We cannot control that. Now this is where we need your help, because I can only tell a person 1-2 times about your hog and the music going down there. Again, that's not us. We ask, and it's not being the police. I'm not trying to be the police, but we asking y'all to do your jobs overtime a little bit. In other words, if you catch somebody in the middle of the street, go tow their shit. Don't just sit there, because you got, I understand you got lazy police, you got lazy workers doing everything, or whatever the case may be. I get it. Sitting right there, it does stop a little bit. But if you catch somebody patrolling, when you patrol, take them, take their car, pull them over, take their car. If you catch the motorcycles riding down there, pull them over, take their motorcycle. You got tickets we used to get in the 70s. Ultra suspension, too loud of music. We used to get that in the 80s all the time. Help us help y'all. I'm not finna get shot for doing your job.
We wouldn't want you to do that.
For sure.
One thing that I'm conscious of the politics with the ballot that have terminals, and I'm conscious of the politics that don't have terminals and don't have a ballot. And I don't want the politics getting involved in the politics of the car culture.
Right.
We understand that. All we're saying is, if we set the standard and the rules, you can let everybody from the low riders to the muscle cars to the Harleys. This is the code of conduct when you come over here, and the code of conduct is not adhered to, the city's gonna do what they gotta do.
That part.
It's small and simple. It's the little things. The biggest thing that we get complaints about is the trash and the loud music. That's it. If we start off with those, we can incrementally get better as a community.
Okay, can you help us with that part?
Okay?
Put some trash cans, put some porta potties out there.
We're not gonna put porta potties out there.
So do you have a problem with us putting it there?
Wait, let's hear why.
Yeah, let me
The reason why is because it's not a special event.
So how can we get down
But you
and
put 'em
have
out
You
some?
have to pay a
Homeless
permit
people, homeless
to
people.
put it down the street and do it. Let's start off with the trash cans because we can pay to have people to empty the trash cans.
Thank you.
There's certain businesses that have restrooms, maybe you'll use those, but the public urination is a problem.
Big
Like
problem.
I said, if you do a 4 to 5 hour time period, we start off incrementally because we're trying to set you guys up to fend for yourselves and to self-police yourselves. Because this is not what the city normally does.
Okay, let me ask you a question about this right here. If you tell us we can't park here on the main street, but we pay taxes there, then we go on the lot when you guys can't bother us, then you come on the lot and you chase us off the lot back onto the street, then you want to tell us that we a nuisance. That's like herding sheep and cattle. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you get the dogs and chase the cattle into one corner, and you think, oh, well, you're not supposed to be there. Take to the other side of the ring. This is what you're doing to the lowriders. And the lowriders, since we've been here almost 8 months, almost 10 months. Not one fist fight, not one gang fight, not one shooting, and y'all still bothering us. What's the problem?
Y'all ain't got pressed.
What's the
We ain't
problem?
been bothering you because
Y'all bother us more than they do in, excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Y'all bother us more than they do in Whittier. The sheriff is working with the Hispanics in Whittier. The sheriff is working with the people in Downey. Nobody working with us. Everybody telling us what we can't do. Help us.
No, I got you.
Help us to be peaceful.
No, I
Y'all don't want us
got
to-
everything you're saying.
You do?
I do. I understand what you're
Okay.
saying.
Well, we finally getting together and we love each other and we with each other. So
Yep.
y'all should be proud of that. We should get some pat on the back for that, if anything.
Yep.
You got Crips, Bloods, and Hispanics, and everybody out here, and you ain't had one fight, one stabbing, or one robbery. Come on, man, we ain't looting no stores or nothing, man, but y'all steady pressing the low rider. That don't make no sense. Paul, you know I talk to you all the time. And you know, my thing with you, dog, is that you'll go over there and turn their music down, because people over there can't hear it. This is one little car that you oppressed. You a good person as a human being, but your law enforcement tactics cause these guys to buck up against you. If you just kick back and put your lights on, that's good enough. They gonna respect you. Put your lights on. They'll turn the music down as soon as you come around. You don't have to press them. That's why I stopped talking to you. I moved away because I saw you pressing too hard. We are all taxpayers. We're not criminals. We're not gang members.
I believe if the
Yeah,
police
yeah,
do
let's-
their job,
That's what we asked.
if the police do their job and start towing cars just blocking you guys from getting through, that'll help a lot. Because there's no lowriders blocking the middle of the street.
No.
They're all
So one
stop
thing I
cars.
think everybody can agree. New Year's, where it was one lane going both ways, that's not the average day on Crenshaw.
No, it's not.
That maybe happen once a year.
Twice a year.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, 4th of July.
July the 4th.
Okay. So that's an anomaly. I think everybody can agree to that. I think what we're talking about is how do we standardize people coming out here on a Sunday to park on the service roads in a way where it's better for everybody.
Was you out here on New Year's Day?
I wanted to be out here, but I couldn't because I
Okay,
know
but
she
how
would call
many
me on
lowriders?
Y'all laughing, I have people.
No, ain't no question. Ain't no question.
How many lowriders are blocking traffic?
No. So listen, I want everybody to understand this. The people who are in the car culture know it's not the low riders, but when they see any kind of car on Crenshaw, it's going to get classified as a low rider, whether it's a low rider or not. So let's just say the cars, the classic cars are going to get blamed for everything, okay? We know that you guys pretty much self-patrol what you guys have going where it relates to low rider. The issues that we have aren't even really the donuts. Like I said, it's the
We
hardest,
got
the
them
loud
under control
music.
now.
Okay? So let me ask y'all this. If we said we're going to have Crenshaw open, what's up, fish man? Between 12 and 5. And we're going to have loading at 12. The last car leaves at 5 o'clock. Is that something that y'all can live by and spread the word?
I get off at 2:30. I don't get out until 3:30. So I get an hour and a half.
Okay.
I got a job.
Go ahead.
I was out here, New Year's, I set it up. I'm Queen of Crenshaw, Chrissy, Public Enemy. I had all my cars lined up, parking on that side legally. We can do it. We just got to stick together to do it. We join up with Top Cat. Top Cat's Car Club, they're on this side, we're on that side. So we take responsibility for this trash. We always patronize and buy pizzas and then Wingstop. We're a part of this community.
So let me ask you guys about hours of operation. Because we have a community member, we have the president of the CPAP here. So you're saying 12 to 5 won't work?
No.
I got a job.
No. I'm just asking a
12 to
question.
5 will not work because I got a job. I got to be out here to enforce what you're asking.
Would 1 to 6 work? Give me a 5-hour period that will
10
work.
to 5 would be great.
That's not. Come on, let's be realistic.
He's not even.
I was thinking that. That is realistic though. 10 to 5 though. 10 to 8.
I want you guys to understand something. We are trying to work with you. When no signs dictate, if we wanted to, we could put K-rails there and can't nobody park on Sunday.
Right.
So let's work together.
Right.
So give us a 5-hour period that will work.
Just till 7 o'clock. Give us till 7 o'clock. Whatever time you want to start.
So 2 p.m. to 7.
No.
What are you
Can
talking
we go?
about picnics and everything? We're not gonna go back and
No,
forth.
2 to 7.
2 to 7.
Do it.
2 to 7.
Do it.
We're not
So,
gonna do that.
John,
Do it 3
wait.
to 8. Great. Do it 3 to 8. 3 to 8. That's 8 o'clock. Everybody can go home.
But you also know that we got to understand that the older people that's over there, the later we get, the more problem they're gonna have. The pushback we're gonna get for them.
Right. So if we claim 2 to 7 going once, 2 to 7 going twice, 2 to 7.
I say 2 to 7.
So John,
What does she feel about 8?
Wait.
No, I'm saying there are people that have kids. I know you guys.
We have kids too.
No, but they're not hearing your noise and the noise in your car. So
We gotta go home.
John,
Say 7.
Paul, from 2 to 7, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to allow them to come park on Crenshaw.
On Sundays.
On Sundays. Okay?
Days?
No, on once a month. We're going to start off with once a month.
Can we start off with 2 months? Miss, what's your name again?
Kimani.
Can we start with twice?
We're going to start off with once for right now. When I tell you I had 150 emails with videos and all that stuff in my
I believe you.
inbox.
I know you did.
To a point where I had the chief of staff from the chief of police come up to me and say, we're going to shut down Crenshaw. And I had to have a meeting to say, let's try to work it out.
All right.
We're going to start off with
Appreciate
1 in hopes that the summertime, we have built up enough equity
Correct.
within the community to expand the days. It's wintertime right now, okay? So 2 to 7, what y'all would prefer? The first Sunday of the month or the last Sunday of the month?
Last.
The first. People got money.
All for a vote.
Vote on it.
It don't matter to me. As long as they give us Sunday. I don't care if
That's
it's
what I
night
said.
Sundays.
First Sunday's easy to remember.
First Sunday.
Okay, first Sunday, man. First Sunday, man.
First Sunday of the month from 2 to 7, we're gonna permit it. We're gonna work with them. Okay?
And trash cans, what we gonna do about that?
So what we'll do is, that's Eric Aguiar. He covers from the middle of Crenshaw going east. That's Jonathan Mitchell. He covers from Crenshaw going west, right? We're going to have LA Conservation Corps come out here with a 5-man crew in between the hours of 2 and 7, and they're going to do track patrol.
Okay.
The next morning, we're going to have Streets LA come out and do a street sweep.
Okay.
Okay? It's important. Yes, ma'am.
How are we gonna limit it to low riders or custom cars as opposed to the Chargers and the fast
So
cars?
this is what we're going to do.
Wait, let's listen.
We're not going to limit anybody.
Everybody.
We're not going. Anybody can come park.
Right.
What we're going to do is we're going to get them on our script. If you come in this space, this is how you have to act.
Conduct
And if
yourself.
you're not acting proper, it's time for you to go.
I have no problem with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
The other thing that I want you guys to visually look at when you leave here. This is the service road on Crenshaw. I wouldn't park the cars like this. I would stack them. And the reason
Like
why
JD
is
do.
because
Like
when you come
this,
in,
right?
yeah,
Like he
because
does
when you
that,
stack
yeah.
it,
get
one,
more
a person
cars.
just can't get in their car and dip out. You got to do the 3-point turn because the cars is going to be closer. Plus, it gives it a better aesthetic look and curation where everybody can say it's some type of order with it.
Right.
The issues with Crenshaw totally is people see it as chaotic. They see it as disorder, and we know that's not us. If you have a classic car, your stuff is going to be in line. You're not going to bring it out if it's Mickey. It's going to be right.
Right.
Okay? So we got 2 to 7. We got the trash pickup. Now, this is the other issue that we have. It's about you, Fish Man.
Thank you.
Are the other vendors that are coming out here to sell to the cars. At a certain point in time, we're going to have to find a spot on the strip and put all of them there and hold all of them accountable, because anything with an open flame, our constituents are going to have an issue with it. PD is going to have an issue with it. The health department is going to have an issue with it. And I'm going to have an issue with it because we got brick and mortar buildings who could be making that money. I'm not adverse to them coming out here, but again, when we meet, we're going to set a standard. Just like for the cars, we're going to set a standard for the food vendors, and they got to step into that box.
Hey man, let me just say one thing.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't ever try to be racial. Yeah, y'all don't run around these taco stands every corner. Y'all ain't sweating. Man, why y'all sweating the vendors?
No. I need you to hear.
We eat soul food, man. We don't want tacos and grill all the time.
I get all that, but one thing about me, I ain't never going to be racist. My name is Kimani Black. I can't be racist towards me.
Yeah,
I can't. That's not in my DNA. I wasn't raised that way. But at the end of the day, by us setting standards for them, you know what we doing? We stepping that game up. You're not going to let your homeboy come out if his car not right. So why we letting them come out if his stuff not right? We want him to be right so he can graduate just like everybody else graduate. This is about an investment into our community on all levels of it.
Okay. I got what you're saying on that.
I know a lot of you know me already. Okay, but some of you I don't recognize, you may not recognize my face. But first and foremost, just like Kamani, just like Carrie, just like the officers back here, and many of you, I'm a car guy. I've been a car guy since I was a kid. I used to collect Cadillac brochures. Many of you know that story. I used to call Cadillac's toll-free number, and a big manila envelope would show up at the house, and my mom and dad would say, another one? Leave those people alone, that cost money. All right? So I am a car person. I have a, and don't laugh, some of you know what kind of cars I have. I have a 78 Granada, which is a Ford for younger people. And I have an 82 Thunderbird with a red velvet interior. All right? They're not lowriders. But I love those cars. I used to have a Rambler when I was in high school. All right? So I've never had a lowrider, but I respect you guys, especially the Cadillac. I still love you, JD, even though, and I appreciate the comment about me as a person. So I appreciate Kamani coming up with this idea to meet today, and I appreciate Carrie flying with it and inviting everybody, and Joy and Johnny and everybody being here. The problem, besides the trash and the noise, as a senior lead officer, as a community officer, right? Officer Saldana covers the west side. All right, raise your hand, please. All right. Officer Ordaz is a motorcycle officer, or motors as we call it, and he covers the entire southwest area. All right. He has a similar role that Jose and myself have. We answer to the community, just like Kamani answers to the community, and Eric, the field deputy that works with Kamani, and Jonathan Mitchell, they answer to the community for their boss, who is the councilwoman. We have a job to do. If we don't address the community concerns, that just tarnishes the image that law enforcement sometimes has, and too often has, even further. All right? Just like we have a job to do to enforce rules, we have a job to engage, but we can't just disregard Joy and all the other community members that are not here today that speak up. So besides the trash and the noise, the Harleys, all right, it's the crowd that comes. It's just too large.
We're human beings.
And you're human beings.
We want to be together.
And
we not fight each other, but we didn't need no problem.
And I respect that, JD.
We ain't fight each other.
So let's do this.
You want to separate it?
What we want to do is we want to make this a beautiful situation for everybody.
It will be.
Because, no, it will be. And the reason why is there's a lot of stuff that goes into your cars that people don't have an appreciation for, where it relates to the engineering standards, everything else. Right. But it's all going to start with us starting off taking baby steps before we go off and run.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying that we don't want to be grouped up together. You can't separate that.
No. Listen. We're going to build up. We're not going to exclude anybody, but we're going to make this a winnable situation for everybody. Okay?
Thank you. That sounds good to me.
But Mr. Paul, can I just say one more thing? I apologize. It just gets too large. When the parking spaces are full, that's an indicator that whoever comes after that probably needs to go find a parking space somewhere else and not be on Crenshaw. We cannot have that, because just the mere fact of cars zooming in, I mean, these are not new cars. They're louder just driving. I know that because I have 2 old cars. How how many people have a friend, a neighbor, a relative, a cousin, son, daughter that has an ATV or a dirt bike? Raise your hand.
I've never got it.
Everybody knows somebody somehow. We need those guys to stop terrorizing and making all of us look bad. All right, we towed away 2 dirt bikes just a couple minutes. Can I finish? I'm just asking.
Go ahead, Paul.
I'm just asking and pleading. If you know someone who has an ATV, think about their life. Think about what's going on with.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
Right.
No.
BJ.
Think about the fatalities of traffic accidents. Officer Daz can tell you how many traffic fatalities, how many hit and runs, right? Just please, we plead with you, encourage people not to do what they're doing. It's dangerous. They're coming down here at night with no lights, all right?
Get them. So this is what we have to do, and I'm gonna go back again. and I'm gonna keep drilling down on with for everybody. Collectively, we have to come back with a set of standards that everybody agrees to, and if a person doesn't fit into that standards, that's when they get smashed. At the end of the day, the standards are going to say no ATVs, no mini bikes. So they can go and say, this is what's going to be allowed on the set, this is not what's going to be allowed on the set. And if a mini bike comes through there, motors got action to go get them because it's not inside the standard. Correct. But we need to sit down in an open room, and I'm going to probably host a meeting at our office next week and really set the standard.
You do it on Friday, man. I had to take my day off work. You
mean next Friday?
Saturday, a weekend. Weekend to be better.
The bottom
Let
line
me figure
is,
out the date. At the end of the day,
let me just say this real quick. Like I asked right before Kamani came in and everything, Officer Paul, you know, I know you, we know each other. At the end of the day, we just ask motor cops to do your job, and we're going to do our best to do our jobs. That's at the end of the day, because if you go through here and take some cars, guess what?
That's going to change. That's going to change everything. That's going to change everything.
I had guns put on me right here in front of Earl Dog before, trying to stop a donut before them things got out there. You know what I mean? If y'all got the power, if we can work, we gonna work with y'all because we respect y'all, just like y'all respect us for the most part. We need y'all help. It's just not to sit there. You see what I'm saying? Just not to sit there. That's gonna stop him from going back and forth. You know what I mean? Just don't sit there. Go tow some cars. Make y'all some money.
Make the city
we
some
gonna
money.
be with it.
Make the city some money.
So this
I point him out.
So I want y'all to understand this. When it's time for them to come and do the suppression, it's important that we all saying this person's get smashed because they not inside the standard. It ain't pulling out your cell phone while you messing with them. No. Let's just keep it above. Let's keep it above. Once we set the standard, something that's outside the standard, it's outside the standard.
I agree on that.
So y'all go back this week and think about what works for y'all.
The police doing their job.
But it's just not about the police. Because you know why? If I told the police to go do their job, they would close that off and wouldn't be no cars out there.
But we got to give them a description.
No, so that's what I'm saying. We got to sit down and go back and set the standard.
If they see cars double park, block them in, tow it in, they won't do it anymore.
Okay.
So can we
block them in, don't let them leave. Tow the car away.
We got to
tow the car.
First Sunday we got a time. We didn't say where this is going to be.
It's going to be on Crenshaw, probably between 39th and Coliseum.
Okay, both sides of the street.
For right now, and then what we're going to do, Johnny, is we'll sit down. You sit down with Paul as a community. They'll sit down, and we're going to meet whenever we meet at the PICO office. Okay. And the next meeting, to make it easier, presidents of clubs only, and y'all go back to your club.
Everybody that has something to say, give it to one of your leaders. Y'all know Chrissy, y'all know me, y'all know he might even be able to just give it to somebody. We don't need all this because we don't need the banter. Everybody don't got good attitudes and everybody can't communicate. So we don't need everybody in here. We need some communicators with an agenda, like you said.
And some understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I be your community liaison?
What club are you from?
Public Enemy, 35 years.
If you do me a favor and you got to record it, I need you to go punch you right in this throat.
Let me tell you, they got pictures of me.
I call him right
They got that's my god brother. They got
He
pictures
the one
of
called me
me
and told me about the meeting.
with my
called him.
dad at One United in 1972. My dad was the president of the Black Porsche Club. This is in my blood. I've been out here. I just want to get it right.
No, I got you.
And they know me out here. That's why I want to have a relationship with you.
Everybody knows that when the car scene is calm, it's less shots fired call, it's less drama.
That part.
The issue we have to take care of is the noise aesthetics for the neighbors and the trash aesthetics. If we keep the crowd within the confines of the structure, that's going to alleviate the crowd issue.
I totally agree with you. I worked LASPD, so I know.
Okay.
I just want to be able to communicate it to everybody.
It's not possible to where it allow just the lowriders to hit the little one-way streets and we can exit.
So the issue with that is, even within your own community, I got a cutlass on Dayton's, but it ain't cut. Am I coming in?
That's a fight.
So you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I got a plaque in my window, but I don't have Dayton's. I'm not getting into the micromanaging of the world.
Right.
We're going to keep it open for everybody, and we're going to ask the people who have toys to go park somewhere else to let the real cars come and park and see how it works.
I have no problem with that.
Trial and error, that's what you're doing.
Oh, that's a question. I have
What
one
about the
question.
stock cars?
Huh?
What about the stock cars?
We'll bring it up for discussion.
They need an area to park too also.
You mentioned K-rails and stuff like that.
Hello.
What?
My name is Nephew, right? And I got a low rider and a 63 class. So if I'm on 63 class, I can't do my club members.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. We need to sit down and say, what is the standard? You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about the straight stock. We're not going to be able to.
You can't stop anybody. But I'm saying, if somebody come up here
in a stock car, a Toyota Sentra, a Nissan, an Altima, somebody.
We've all been to car shows. If you got a 74 and above, you can't come in here because your stuff is getting small. But this is not a car show.
Right.
So we have to agree what the standard is and tell people. We got to tell people to come through because anywhere you guys go with your car clubs, there's going to be a car that's not classic that's going to have the chairs, the ice chest, this, that, and the third. That's right there with it. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? So you guys get a pen. I'm going to give you my email address and I give you my cell phone number. It's
I get it, right? I get it. You got a business card with you?
Nah, I'm fresh out.
What about the young man with you? You got a business card?
No, he's not with me. Who are you with?
With who?
Oh yeah, Fred Lee. So it's KIMA.black@lacity.org.
Sure.
KIMA. At lacity.org.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, I wanted to say low riding is an infrastructure, you guys. We're organized. So instead of calling the police on us about a car, about this or that, or calling your community representatives, let's all get to know each other. Call the individuals. Call the National Lowriders Association. Y'all hear me? We have a National Lowriders Association. So you can get our phone number, our information, and send over a video. Hey, this car right here was doing donuts. Hey, this person, do you know them? Give us the chance to reach out to us and police us instead of the police coming. Like he said, he got 150 emails. That's going to be a problem for people. People going to get arrested. People's cars going to get taken. Innocent people. But if we started working together and communicate, not started, but continue to work together. So I always tell people this. Most people don't know we are organized. We have associations. We have phone numbers that your community can reach out to and talk to and let us know that you have a problem with this and give us the opportunity to resolve it before you guys reach out to community, if that makes sense. Is there anybody else that didn't get to speak? That a business owner? All right, I guess we done then.